Well, I just say good for Israel. Good for Israel. I'm glad they're standing up. 20 rockets now. Get this. 20 rockets were found yesterday in a school in Gaza, operated by none other than the United Frickin' Nations Relief and Works Agency. Again, this UN. You think there's nobody in the UN working with these terrorist organizations? Again, that's wrong. They are. There's a lot of jihadis in the UN. There's a lot of it. The United Nations is nothing more than one big, giant communist organization destined to take down America, and this president is opening the door for him. Here it is. Here's the door. It's open. Come on in. Take this country. Take it. Take whatever you need. Take whatever you want. It's all yours. Well, the weapons were found in the course of a regular inspection of its premises. The agency said in a statement, adding that the school was vacant. What difference does that make whether it was vacant or not? What the hell were the frickin' rockets doing there? And why was this agency from the UN putting those rockets there? What were they doing with rockets in the first place? See, that's part of the New World Order. They only want a world police agency, and that's by the UN. So the only people who are allowed to have any guns are the people in the UN. And that's it. No militaries. Nobody gets a gun. But the United Nations police force, a world police force. Imagine that. Look what we saw in Europe in the 30s with Hitler, Mussolini, and all of them. Now imagine that all over the world, every country. Imagine that. Imagine that. Well, that's what they want. That's what they envision. That's what this New World Order is all about. It's New World Control is what it is. There's no order. That's not order to me. And it's going to be nothing but chaos. And it's going to create the biggest world war. And we're headed straight for it. And again, for what? I don't know what the gain is. I don't know what that prize would be. Whoever's going to win this war. I guess you get total control over the world? And what are you going to do with that control? What are you going to do with that power? What are you going to do with it? What? You going to take it with you when you die? No. What are you going to do with it on here? Well, you've got total power, total control. Okay, so you've got a whole bunch of robots out there that does everything that you tell them to do. Boring. Well, that will never happen. I'm sorry, human beings are individuals. Human beings will start to think on their own. The New World Order can't last. It can't. It would be impossible. It would be impossible to last. I really believe it's not going to be implemented because I think it's going to turn into a war before it is. Maybe that's what we need. Maybe that's what this world needs. I don't know. I'd rather see us find another way to solve our problems and go into war, but what are we supposed to do? There's a whole bunch of people that want to kill us, so we're supposed to do what? Let them? We got two choices. Either let these people kill us or we got to kill them. And it sucks that we got to think that way. It's ridiculous. I hate talking about having to kill. I don't even like that word kill. But I mean, what? What else are we supposed to do? What else are human beings supposed to do? Well, they got to stand up and fight. I guess that's just part of life. Look, in the Wild Kingdom, it's the same thing. Monkeys, for crying out loud. Chimpanzees, they form gangs. And they go out and they attack other groups of chimpanzees. Whales do it. All animals do it. Why? I don't know. Again, I didn't invent the planet. I didn't invent any of the animals. I just know how they work. Life is death. Death is life. I guess. I don't know. But we don't have to go down any of these roads if everybody would just start minding their own business. But nobody wants to mind their own business anymore. Where that got into the human mindset, I don't know. I don't like butting into other people's business because I can care less what other people do. What somebody else does in their life, it doesn't have anything to do with my life, so why the hell should I care? Unless it directly affects me or other people I know, I mean, there's no reason to worry about it. Who people are sleeping with, what they're eating, what they're drinking, what they're smoking, I don't give a damn. And why should you? Why should anybody? Human beings have to learn just to simply mind their own damn business. That's the bottom line. Well, this agency strongly condemns. Strongly condemn. What does that mean? Those are just words on a paper that you just repeat. Strongly condemn. Strongly condemns a group or groups responsible for placing the weapons in one of its installations. Well, maybe somebody in the agency, I don't know, wasn't paying attention to what they were doing. Who's in charge of this agency? And why are there agencies in the United Nations? And why is the United Nations in the United States? Why can't we kick them out? I think that's what we ought to do. I think the American people ought to demand that the United Nations be removed from the United States. Maybe we should go down to the United Nations and protest it. Maybe that's what we ought to do. Block the doors from anybody getting in. You want to get in? Well, you're going to have to get out because the UN is no longer here. This is a flagrant violation of the inviolability of its premises under international law, the statement read. All these statements, again with the statements. Everybody's got a spokesperson and they got a statement. Doesn't anybody talk to anybody anymore? Can't we talk to people? You can't talk to anybody anymore unless it's through a goddamn text. Spokesperson? Can't we just sit down and have a conversation with each other? Can't we do that anymore? I seem to think we can, but we don't. Why? Again, I don't know. I have no idea. The discovery would seem to confirm that Israel's oft-repeated claim that Hamas and Gazans use civilian infrastructure to hide their weapons. Well, we know that, you know that, everybody knows that, and that's exactly what they did. It's just one more piece of proof. Yet again, Gaza terrorists abuse UN facilities to carry out their violent activities. Well, terrorists are terrorists. They don't care. They're going to do what they're going to do regardless. And if you get in their way, well, they kill you. They don't follow rules. They don't have any respect for life, which means they don't have any respect for themselves. Maybe that's why they're so angry and they want to kill people. Well, I don't understand why these terrorists just can't have a little respect for themselves. What is their gain? What are they going to get with it? Oh, that's right. They can become a martyr, get 72 virgins.